So here's what's funny is, because it's been so long, we've got some notes here.
Yeah.
After the Avs game, I put, "Are we ready to say Matt Murray is legit?" Then the
Why would
next
you
point
do
I
that?
said, "Oh boy, this aged poorly." Are you worried? And then I put the Kraken game. Are we worried about the goaltending?
No, okay. There's always going to be a part of me that's going to be worried about this goaltending duo.
Yeah.
That's fair. Like that's just I don't care what people on Twitter have to say. For 82 games, deep down, deep in my soul, there's always going to be a little bit that's worrying me about the goaltending here. But you brought up the Avalanche. Name me one other team who loses 6-3 to the Coyotes and then beats the Avalanche 6-2. Can someone explain this to me?
Uh,
Anyone?
no,
Anyone?
couldn't tell you, man.
Yeah. I love it. It's hilarious in no way. Like it's whatever. It was that I got upset by that. I'm like, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. But I don't know if you heard. Apparently, I had the Leafs game on the side, but the volume was on. Volume was off, sorry, because there was like another game going on during the Kraken game. I don't know if you've heard of it, the World Junior Finals. I don't know. So I had that on the TV. I heard at the Kraken game that Matt Murray got Bronx cheered.
Did he?
So I didn't believe it. There was someone I knew was at the game. So I texted him and he's like, yeah, a little bit. And I want to proclaim this. You are clowns.
I
Clowns.
I don't like
Clowns.
hearing your own. Well, here's what's funny. Remember when he did it to Vasilevsky, like in Toronto, and it was, and
Yes.
we came on the show and said, "Stop it."
Yeah. I don't
You know,
I'm not trying to hurt you, but remember when Montreal Bronx cheered Carey Price? Like you do not Bronx cheer your own
man,
goalie.
man, I
That's
was at
dumb.
the game where I was the game against the Kings. This was the 17-18 year where I think he got Bronx cheered at that. Him and Jeff Petrie did. Petrie threw a hit in the third, and they gave him one, and I think Price did too. No, it happens all the time in Montreal.
You people are clowns. So then there was the whole thing of like uh they were talking about this. I'm like, you guys are clowns. Like enough. Like who cares? Like why are you doing this? You haven't had a like you don't have the authority to frustrate Matt Murray. Like I don't care. Like I don't care. It's so this city is and I'm gonna say this. This city is absolutely ridiculous. The media does not help because they just feed the machine that is this nightmare of a city and just makes it worse. Did you see what Luke? I don't know if you happen to see this, but it came across my timeline. Do you know what Luke Fox called Ilya Samsonov
No,
in his column?
but I know Luke Fox has been the target of many elite fans lately.
He had his column, and apparently locals were calling Ilya Samsonov the Russian Jack Campbell. Who? Where?
What does he mean by that? That confuses me. Like Leafs Jack Campbell, Oilers Jack,
I think he meant
LA
Leafs
Jack
Jack. I
Campbell.
think he meant Leafs Jack Campbell in terms of like being easily being down on himself.
Oh, that's
Is
me.
the
Well, oh,
first off, let's start with no one called him Russian Jack Campbell. No one.
no, I've never seen that.
Zero people called him that. I
People love
hate
that
this.
guy. I get the thing of like, is that Luke Fox's own thoughts? Because people love Samsonov. Though, from what I see from Leafs Twitter, they love Samsonov's positive attitude.
Yeah, but in the article, he said he literally wrote that locals dubbed him the Russian Jack Campbell, but no one has dubbed him that. Zero
I feel
people.
like is Luke Fox the
He's
local?
the local who dubbed him that. No one
That's
else has. Are you kidding me?
that's
Man,
actually very mean because the things being said about Jack Campbell, like that's just sort of that feels like a dig. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
probably a little bit. It's just I understand goaltending's I think even if we had the best goaltenders, I think goaltending would always be a concern in this city because I think we just have problems. I think we as a city have problems. But I don't think we need to break down and just figure out if we are worried about goaltending. I just don't think it's worth our time because I think there's other things to worry about. That's my
And what are
rant.
those exactly?
I'd like to get a top six winger.
Okay, so here's what's interesting. A couple last Saturday on Hockey Night, Friedman Merrick, that thing. The Leafs are I hit my glasses. Leafs are wondering if they could make two big moves instead of just the initial move on D. Okay, and let me ask you this: if it's a scoring winger, that means you obviously don't want Ryan O'Reilly, or you probably want him, but it's probably not the primary need. Everyone wants Ryan O'Reilly. Okay, then who is the scoring winger? And if you say Vladimir Tarasenko, I'm leaving. Love that.
Listen, if they got Ryan O'Reilly, I wouldn't be opposed to Ryan O'Reilly. Like that would be nasty, because then you now have a choice. You move David Kemp down to the fourth line and have Ryan O'Reilly as your third line center, which is ridiculous.
You officially put Camp on the fourth line instead of this.
Yeah, no, yes. So, he's officially on the fourth line. Or you have a second line of Tavares, Ryan O'Reilly, and Mitch Marner.
I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, no,
so who is the winger you're thinking of, though? Who do you want?
It's
taking everything to not say two players on the Habs, by the way. I want you to know that.
I know, and I won't accept it. I know it's been like this for a couple of years. He's been around, but hasn't worked. Like people have said Travis Konechny. I wouldn't mind. Like, I just don't know if he's available. I don't know who's available. Man, like the thing is, you have to like. I know Dubas's whole thing has been, this is his plan. This is his plan. Like this is his plan. But I think you go all in. Like I don't know what Vladimir Tarasenko is going to be like when he comes back. That'd be nasty.
Is it the broken foot?
Let me double check.
If it were his shoulder again, I would be a little concerned. I wonder if we make too big of a deal of if this guy would like. It feels like Chychrun's come back. He's been great. We all thought Tarasenko's career was done. Came back and he's been great. Like we gotta relax with that thing. I think what about Patrick Kane? Even though, you know what? I'm going to tell you this right now, Alex. If Kyle Dubas goes out and gets Patrick Kane, I don't want to hear anyone ever tell me about the morality of the Toronto Maple Leafs ever again. I don't want to hear it ever again if they get Patrick Kane. I will come on this show and I do not care if I am a bitter Habs fan about like, Kyle Dubas doing his Sick Kids commercial. If they get Patrick Kane, I will rip them a new one. I will.
So when the New York Rangers get Patrick Kane, we're going to bring Mike on and you're going to rip them in front of him.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And again, okay. I'm acknowledging with a Habs hat. I do not want Logan Mailloux to be a Hat.
Okay. We could go through the list of what Montreal's had too.
Oh, yeah. Like Kovalev and hiring Sean Burke. And Mark Bergevin was also there. Oh, I get it, man. I'm not saying the Habs are faultless here. I know they're not. But I don't want to hear a single damn thing about all this crap if they go out and get Patrick Kane. I refuse. I will not sit here and be quiet about it. I will not do it. Will not do it, Alex. That's why I couldn't watch a lot of the World Juniors. I just wasn't. I watched it because I wanted to see Connor Bedard play and Joshua Wong. But it was like, I don't love the World Juniors right now. And I know Mike might listen to this and he'll grill me in the group chat, but I just, Anyway.
We didn't watch a lot of it for, I think, very different reasons. I just didn't care.
Yeah.
I just don't care. Timo Meier's the other one.
I saw that going around. That'd be nasty.
That'd be nasty. The issue with Timo Meier is he's an RFA at the end of the year, and his qualifying offer is like $9 million.
That's
so then
goodbye, Nylander.
So it's Okay, I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. We're gonna move on. I'm gonna gloss over that. I'm not gonna hear it. That's another thing.
That's all of next year.
Screw every single person. And there's a couple people who have done it constantly who ragged on William Nylander for the last 4 to 7 years, and now is saying, "Oh, I don't know how the Leafs are going to afford them." Can people make a decision? Are the Leafs trash or do they have good players? Pick a side and let's go with it. I'm over it.
If Matthews and Nylander aren't signed by training camp, it is going to be an awful year.
We're not talking. I'm not having negotiations.
Alex, I agree with you, but I'm putting it out there. This is our statement. It's going to be hell to watch hockey next year if that's the case.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm going to turn off every intermission. I'm not going to listen to the Jeff Merrick show.
Every 32 thoughts segment. 32 every thoughts. Single
one. I'm not going to listen to. I don't know. I'm going to become.
STP is going to be awful.
What am I going to listen to? What other sport can I watch? Just name me a sport. Anything. Basketball. I'll stop listening to hockey.
You know, I'd say Formula One, but it's always on a different time, so it's fine.
I can't do it next year. Do you know how much pain and suffering it was to do the Mitch Martin? Like the entire summer. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I'm trying to think, like, who's a crappy winger? If I was wondering if they didn't extend Lawson Krause, if maybe he'd be a guy.
No, I don't want a crappy winger. I need them to go all out.
Whoa!
You said crappy winger. You said crappy. Did you say scrappy or crappy?
Scrappy.
I don't want a scrappy winger. Screw it. We've done this before. They did Nick Foligno. It didn't work.
20 last year.
That's super cool.
Pace to score that this year.
Okay, but look at the caliber of wingers we are talking about. Timo Meier, Vladimir Tarasenko. If they're going to go all in, they go all in. Not, okay, let's pick like 3 guys who are like, who are good, but like not great. No. If they do not win a round this year, everybody is gone in that front office. I hope they know that. Like, they have to know that. Dubas is gone. Keefe is probably gone. Shanahan's probably gone. Larry Tannenbaum's clearing house. He said, he's going to be, I've had enough. Screw the Shannon plan. Bring back Brian Burke. Let's get nuts. Like, everyone's gone. You have to go all in this year. Screw it. Get a defenseman too.
I'm just trying to look at scoring wingers who could be available, and I think you've actually mentioned all the big ones, like the top tier guys. Except Mike Hoffman. Come on, I want the whole segment, Alex. I want the whole segment.